This is not Burger King. People do not get to have it their way. I ordered DDRF and you don't want to go there.
She did not want to participate.
All right, so you can participate at the prison, but it's not going to.
This case wastes absolutely no time, and neither does the judge. What you're about to witness is a courtroom moment where choices, attitude, and consequences collide head-on. We're in Texas felony court, where defendant Darian Renee de la Rosa is already on thin ice, placed on deferred adjudication for robbery, meaning she was given a second chance to stay out of prison. But here's the twist. Instead of following through with a court-ordered rehabilitation program, she refuses to participate, and in a courtroom, that's not just non-compliance, it's a direct challenge to the judge's authority. Now, if you've ever wondered how quickly probation can turn into prison time, this is exactly the kind of situation that answers that question. The judge isn't just deciding punishment, he's evaluating accountability. And when someone rejects a structured opportunity meant to help them avoid incarceration, it raises a serious red flag. Is this a case of someone struggling or someone unwilling to change? Pay attention to the tone, the wording, and especially the judge's reaction, because what starts as a probation violation quickly escalates into a life-altering sentence. And just when you think that's the end, another defendant steps in with a completely different situation, but equally serious stakes. So here's the question for you right from the start. If someone is given a second chance and refuses it, should the system give them another, or is that where the line gets drawn?
Calling 2023 CR 4230, State of Texas versus Darian Renee de la Rosa. Are you Miss de la Rosa?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you the same Darian Renee de la Rosa who was placed on deferred adjudication in 2023 CR 4230 for the offense of robbery on July 17, 2023 for a term of 5 years? Is that you?
Yes, sir.
State?
Yes, Your Honor. Violating condition number 56 on or about the 30th day of January 2024 in Bear County, Texas, the defendant Darian.
This is where the courtroom dynamic completely shifts. The judge's Burger King comment might sound blunt, even a little sarcastic, but it underscores a critical legal reality. Court-ordered programs are not optional suggestions. When someone is placed into a specific rehabilitation program like DDRF, it's because the court has determined that it's the most appropriate path to address underlying issues, whether that's substance abuse, behavioral problems, or risk factors tied to the original offense. By refusing to participate, De La Rosa isn't just declining help, she's violating a direct condition of her probation. And legally, that opens the door for the judge to revoke that probation entirely and impose the original sentence range, which, as we heard, could go up to 20 years. What's striking here is the contrast between the defense and the judge. The defense is trying to pivot, offering an alternative program, SAV-PF, but the judge isn't buying it. Why? Because compliance isn't about picking what you prefer, it's about following what's ordered. So let me ask you, do you think the judge should have considered the alternative program? Or does allowing that kind of flexibility risk undermining the authority of the court?
Renee de la Rosa, the then and there failed to comply with the rules and regulations or instructions of the Bear County Supervision and Corrections Department's duly diagnosed residential facility, and the defendant refusing to participate with the required program by the number 56.
How do you plead to that? True or not true?
True, Your Honor.
Did you understand by pleading true to violation of 56, the court could find it true, grant the motion, find you guilty, sentence you up to 20 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine?
Yes, sir.
Knowing that, do you still wish to plead true to violation of condition 56?
Yes.
Court will find it true. Is there a proposed agreement?
There is, Your Honor.
Yes.
8 years. Just like that, the second chance is gone. This is a textbook example of how quickly things can unravel in the legal system when conditions aren't followed. Remember, deferred adjudication is often seen as a lifeline. It allows the defendant to avoid a formal conviction if they successfully complete all terms. But the flip side, if you violate those terms, the court can move straight to a conviction and sentencing, often without the leniency that might have been available earlier. The judge's explanation afterward is telling, and honestly, pretty direct. You do not get to write your own programs. That line hits at the core issue here. Accountability. The court had already assessed what De La Rosa needed to avoid reoffending, and rejecting that plan signaled a lack of commitment to change. And here's something else to think about. The prosecution asked for 5 years. The defense argued for 2, but the judge landed at 8. That tells you this decision wasn't just about the violation. It was about the judge's perception of her overall behavior and risk moving forward. So what do you think? Was 8 years justified given the circumstances, or do you think the punishment outweighed the violation?
And is to keep the individual on her probation, or deferred to non-motion, and alter and then require her to attend safety.
Okay, why is she not going to DDRF? That's my question, because that's what I ordered.
The information that we received from DDR was she did not want to participate.
All right, so you can participate at the prison, but it's not going to be at Safe-P. This is not Burger King. People do not get to have it their way. I ordered DDRF, and you don't want to go there. So what's going to end up happening? You've been here before. The court is going to find you guilty. Now, how much prison time do y'all want to ask for?
There's a state, maybe requesting 5 years, Your Honor.
I would ask for 2, Judge. She's willing to go to Safe-P. She wants to continue with drug court. We would ask that you reconsider and consider Safe-P. We understand that's going to be 9 months long with aftercare. She's willing to do that.
Okay, this is what the court is going to do. As previously stated, the court is finding violation of 56 true. The court will find you guilty. There is to be no contact with Monica Tobias. Court is going to find you guilty. Court is going to sentence you to 8 years in the prison. Court will give you credit for any time served. The record. So, Ms. De La Rosa, when you're sent to certain programs, I'm not just doing it because, hey, let's just do this for no reason whatsoever. There was a reason you were sent to that program. You do not get to write your own programs. If you could write your own program and be successful at it, you wouldn't be in court. All right, good luck to you. Did you understand you're charged with the offense of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon? That's a second-degree felony. Range of punishment is anywhere from 2 to 20 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine. Did you understand?
Yeah.
According to the plea, punishment is to be assessed at 7 years in the prison. Then to the offense is charged. How do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest? Court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty, and the court will find you guilty. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
Your Honor, in the interest of justice, we would ask that the court consider moving forward with sentencing today. Ms. Rios is interested in beginning the process of putting this whole matter behind her.
All right. The court, Ms. Rios has some concerns or questions. Right. Do you have some type of mental diagnosis in your past? What's going on with you?
Yes. Right now I'm on Zyprexa Zola
For what?
for like anxiety and schizophrenia.
Okay. All right. When you're released from prison, do you have someone a case manager or someone who can help you stay on your medications?
Yes.
All right. All right. I'm going to follow your agreement. I'm going to find you guilty. There's an affirmative finding of deadly weapon. Sentence you to 7 years in the prison. I'll give you credit for any time served. All right. We can go off the record. You're going to have to make sure you stay on your medications, because if you come back to another felony court, depending on the nature of the offense, your minimum sentence is going to be 25 years. You understand?
Yeah.
All right.
This courtroom session gives us 2 powerful examples of how the justice system balances opportunity, accountability, and consequence. In the first case, Darian Renee de la Rosa had a chance to avoid prison through structured rehabilitation, but her refusal to comply led directly to an 8-year sentence. It's a clear reminder that probation isn't freedom, it's a contract, and breaking that contract carries serious consequences. In the second case, Christina Rios takes a different path, accepting a plea deal for aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. Here, the court carefully walks through her rights, confirms her understanding, and considers her mental health conditions before sentencing her to 7 years. The judge even emphasizes the importance of staying on medication, highlighting how personal responsibility continues even after sentencing. Together, these cases show 2 sides of the same system, one where non-compliance leads to harsher outcomes, and another where cooperation and transparency help guide the process, even in serious felony charges. And now we want to hear from you. Who do you think handled their situation better? Do you agree with the judge's decisions in both cases? If you found this case as shocking as we did, make sure to hit that like button, share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more jaw-dropping courtroom breakdowns.
If you like our content, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And yes, make sure to share Judges News with your friends so more people can join in.
Good morning. As the new presiding judge of the 118th 7th District Court, I am committed to ensuring justice, fair, and
Our content. And yes, make sure to share Judges News with your friends so more people can join in. Your support means a lot to us. Thank